Hey, what's up? This is Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. This is my weekly video blog called Bullheaded, a review of the Houston Texans news, as well as a preview of the upcoming game matchups. So, this week, the Texans will be going on the road to take on the Atlanta Falcons. This comes after the Texans just won their second straight game of the season against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we'll get into all that as well as, what they need to do as far as beating the Falcons this weekend. So, first things first, last couple days, I just been feeling like a little bit under the weather. In fact, even right before starting this, I felt a little bit kind of low. You know the deal for all my allergy folk out there: chest congestion, sneezing, whatever you want, whatever you got, whatever you got it, and I got it. So, I'm not gonna try to make this too long of a episode, because yeah, they got they kind of holding they kind of held back for right now, but man, my allergies have been kind of tearing me up yesterday as well as today. So with that being said, very quick game recap. Texans put on a dominant performance, 30-6, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. um, CJ Stroud, he played a spectacular game as always. um, One thing I will say before I move on from this topic, great performance again by the offensive line, keeping Stroud protected. Even better performance by George Fent, who played right tackle, lined up across from T.J. Watt, Steelers linebacker T.J. Watt, most of the game. And T.J. Watt. Well, you know who his brother is, so obviously it kind of runs in the family with him as well. So, um, what I'm saying, great job in kind of neutralizing him, not letting him have as big as an impact on the game. So he's to me, he's player of the game. You know what I'm saying? I know Stroud did his thing. We was throwing fourth quarter touchdowns, doing trick plays and all that other stuff, but no, holding T.J. Watt off of our franchise quarterback after we've had that rough start at the beginning of the season, then yeah, to me, Fant deserves that honor. So going into the injury update, transitioning, good segue, talking about our O line. It looks like Larry Tunsil and Titus Howard are on their way back. Both were full practice participants as of Friday. So hopefully they'll be back on the field really soon. Let's see. Last week, Denzel Perryman was out, so it looks like I just oh yeah, he's been a full participant in practice all week. Unfortunately, Christian Harris is going to be out. I think he's in concussion protocol, but yeah, it's listed as concussion on here. Um, John Michie, he's going to be playing. He had yeah, I think he missed practice yesterday because of illness or whatever. But so yeah, it looks like yeah, Tavier Thomas, he's gonna be coming back this week as well. So looks like a lot of the guys are, what I'm saying, really coming back into the fold. This team is starting to get healthy at the right time as far as injuries go. Still a few here and there, you know what I'm saying, but I mean that's part of the game, and it shouldn't be too much longer before everybody's just really back into it. So now my computer wants to do a little freeze on my notes. Um, but yeah, basically, one more thing before I get into the game preview. Um, I just really want to talk about where this team is at as far as like at this point of the season. And it's early, true, but I mean we've had a month worth of football. Everybody's 2-2, 1-4, all this stuff. You kind of see those things like just all around the place. And so right now, sitting at 2-2, I personally uh, really didn't expect this. Just to be even though it's this early in the season, I didn't really think we were gonna, be at this spot. I would probably think, maybe we were, at least one of these games, we were gonna win. Probably, just the Jacksonville game for sure. Um, but definitely, I did not think we would be 2-2 at this point. And it's not an indictment on the talent. It's just that, what I'm saying, like just. seeing how these other teams are built and just not knowing um, what's going to be coming of this group of players. You know what I'm saying? Group of new young rookies and young veterans, in addition to a whole new coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you saw the other day, um, Bobby Sloyd was quoting somebody. He gave a quote that. Excuse me, that wasn't the quote. He gave a quote that saying that he was just in over his head in week one. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to go back to the drawing board pretty much, and so what I'm saying, just for him to make those adjustments. Obviously he's made improvements since then. Um, but yeah, who knows if he didn't make those adjustments and what would have came about it. You know what I'm saying, in the following weeks. So. Um, I think really sitting at 500, it's kind of a testament to the work that this team is like really put in and what their attitude is as far as how they feel about what I'm saying, just getting better. Like this was 2 games into the season, everybody was talking about firing the GM, and now this Sunday we have a chance to actually probably sit atop the division by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And actually be over 500. Something we it's been a couple years since what I'm saying, this team has been over 500, but I would say that what I'm saying, it's just a testament to just how resilient this team is and how the direction is really committed to like actually going out there and getting wins. Um, Stroud, obviously, he's been like the biggest story of this month of football so far. He looks great. You know what I'm saying? Even without like the starters on defense, even without the starters on the O line. I remember a lot of people have kind of, what I'm saying, in the preseason, they were kind of nervous because they was like, you know, what kind of O line is this? You know what I'm saying? And, everybody was like, oh, well, this ain't gonna be the starting O line and blah blah blah. Just give him time. It's like, all right. And so lo and behold, he's kind of didn't have a starting O line when the regular season came around. You know what I'm saying? And he had to adjust to that. It wasn't like the cleanest thing that he went through, but he had to adjust to that. He had to learn. You saw that. Every time he goes up, he makes he's calling the protections with the O line. You know what I'm saying? The throws are getting quicker and things like that. So, you know what I'm saying? He's becoming a franchise. He's becoming a franchise quarterback, like solidified. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really getting better like each week, you know? And so that's probably one of the things that, that fans were probably just worried about. It's like what kind of, what I'm saying, what kind of quarterback is he gonna be? Is he, what I'm saying, is he gonna come out the gate like firing, or is he just gonna it's gonna be a little time for him? Just things like that, and that's normal because you know what I'm saying. You getting a rookie quarterback, you don't know how they're gonna react to game, to the NFL uh, game. You know what I'm saying? In college, they're like, Hall of Famers, you know what I'm saying? Legends, all types of whatnot. But you know what I'm saying? You get up to the pros, it's a whole different story sometimes. So yeah, he's definitely looking great. He's definitely been like the best. I mean, he's been the best part of this season so far. You know what I'm saying? His progressions, his not just his progressions on the field, but like off the field, like how all the inspiring quotes that he's been given to the media. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude's like 4 weeks into his official NFL career, he's already giving out like inspirational sound bites you can put on like an XC coffee mug or some junk like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? He's really just stepping into the part as well. And so I hope he really just takes this team as high as we can actually go. So that's all I got for that. So like I said earlier, um, can I read my notes? There we go. All right. So like I said earlier, Texans going on the road, taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Um, Atlanta, they're in their own kind of rebuild as well. They actually, while we just won 2 straight, they actually lost 2 straight. They started off 2-0, and they lost the last two games. Vice versa with us, obviously. And this is just a Atlanta team that's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of they kind of in a like weird spot as well. As far as I haven't been watching them, this I haven't pretty much watched them at all, to be honest with you. But just kind of looking at some of the storylines that surround them. Uh, yes, they're in their own little quote unquote rebuild, and I don't know, it looks confusing. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to figure out, there's a whole controversy on, why they're not using tight end Kyle Pitts enough, and what I'm saying, just things like that, or whether or not, Desmond Riddler is like their QB of the future, their franchise guy. So um it's they got a lot of things going on over there on offense, but what I'm saying, they still managed to keep a 2-2 record. So they're just playing through it like everybody else. But they got to play through us on Sundays. We got to do the same for them. So, with that being said, here's the three things that Texans can do to get a win on Sunday. So, number one, they got to get creative on the red zone offense. So, Falcons, they're top 10 red zone defense. You know what I'm saying? I think they've allowed only 40% of red zone scores this year. So, excuse me, that puts them in the top right at number 10 actually. So, excuse me, see, coughing trying to keep me going with y'all, but yeah, they're definitely a top 10 red zone defense. So Texans, they have to get not just creative, but have to also have to be smart and just know when to run the ball, when to pass it. You know what I'm saying? When to get aggressive with this defense, because you know what I'm saying, they're pretty tough. It's obviously they're pretty tough against in the red zone. So definitely want to make sure that what I'm saying, that you got the right play just to kind of chip away at that strength that they have. Number two, continue to get rid of the ball quicker. So overall, Falcons, they are a top 10 defense. One of their main strengths is hurrying the quarterbacks and quarterback knockdowns. They are both top 5 in those categories. The thing is, they don't have the sacks to match it, if that makes sense. So it seems like a lot of it is just, you know, hurrying the quarterback and quarterback knockdowns. And, for, if this was like Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins or somebody like that, a more established veteran, that probably wouldn't mean anything at all. But we have a rookie quarterback. And so, yes, while I have given him his praise for how well and amazing he's been playing so far this season, he's still a rookie quarterback. And so I think with the O line kind of bringing guys back in the fold, guys just kind of really getting that first game action in a while. I think they're going to do all they can to just kind of bring the pressure and just test the conditioning out of these O linemen that are coming back. So definitely those hurries and those knockdowns, they're actually going to mean something. They're going to speed that clock up in his head, and so I would definitely have plays that will allow him to just kind of get the ball out a little bit quicker. Um, and he already releases it pretty quick, but you know what I'm saying, just kind of keep those plays on until you see that they're backing off with the pass rush, that they're not sending too many blitzes and things like that. So Um, yeah, okay. So third and final thing, look, make Bijan Robinson the focus of your defensive game plan. I don't care what it is. Make him the focus of the game plan. Um, that guy's nice. That guy was nice. He's been showing out for Atlanta as well. He already has like 200-yard games rushing. So look, he's bound to. It seems like he's bound to go off if he wants to. So, please make him the focus. I feel like they probably do go through. They probably don't go through him as much, only because he's a rookie and they don't know what they have. But and eventually they will. So, um, and it could be this weekend that they start. So definitely go ahead and just kind of make him the focus on who to stop as far as that goes. So um, that's all I got for y'all, man. Like I said, Texans they need to get creative on red zone offense. Continue to get rid of the ball quicker, and just make Bijan Robinson the focal point of your defensive game plan. Texans do all that, they could probably pick up a W. So anyway, I'm Brandon Simmons for BrandonSimmons.biz. Holla black, y'all go get better. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and like my channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, like my page, facebook.com/BrandonBlog. That's all I got for y'all. Holla black.